Hello and welcome to My Favorite Movie Is, a podcast sharing stories behind how an all-time favorite movie earns that very title. My name is Larry Freed. I'm a filmmaker, writer, and podcaster, and you are listening to The Bonus Round, a fun spin-off segment from our main show in which we ask our guests a series of fun, sometimes silly questions to gain even more insight into their all-time favorite movie and why they love it. Questions like, what movie would you pair it with to make a double feature? Or what's one quote from this movie that you would engrave on your tombstone? Or, in the Monopoly edition of your favorite movie, what are the 6 playable tokens? Only the most hard-hitting stuff for my show. Today's guest is storyteller and host of the Film Nuts podcast, Taylor D. Adams. And his film of choice is one of cinema's first blockbusters, the ultimate survival horror thriller, Jaws. Now, if you didn't get a chance to listen to our initial conversation on the film, in which Taylor shares how Jaws can help us conquer our fear of the unknown, you should. It's available wherever you get your podcasts, including on our YouTube channel, as well as on our website at mfmipodcast.com/Jaws. But for those of you who did your homework, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's installment of the My Favorite Movie Is Bonus Round. Let's do the bonus round. This is a fun series of questions, Taylor, we like to do with our guests where we just want to get a little bit more information about the movie and your love of it. So let's just go right down the list. First question, which character from this film would you most like to have dinner with and why?
Hooper, because he's a super smart scientist and I just want to learn about all the adventures he's been on and all the stuff he knows.
You are Hooper. You and Hooper would have a great dinner together. That is my tagline for this episode. Taylor is all Hooper. Right. Hooper is Taylor. If you had to have
you've never seen us in the same room.
Isn't Richard Dreyfuss bald now?
Probably.
Probably. If you had to have one quote from this movie engraved on your tombstone, which would it be?
It's a tie.
All right. Well, you can engrave 2 quotes on a headstone, I guess.
I would love to have "Smile, you son of a bitch" on my headstone.
That's such a good line to have on a headstone.
The alternate is "Here's to swimming with bow-legged women."
Farewell and adieu. I don't even know why he sings that song. Do you know why he sings that song?
Yeah, it's the latter part of it. It's a song about sailors going out to sea and possibly not returning.
Oh, okay, that's it. Because I believe he changes the original lyrics of the song. He says like Boston instead of England or something.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.
Yeah, it's about sailors going out to sea and possibly not coming back.
That's horrifying now. I have more questions. We have discussed a couple of Spielberg films on this discussion so far. Which would you say is the best film in Spielberg's filmography besides for Jaws?
My notes app is just full of fucking Jaws shit for you. Hope you appreciate this.
Yeah, I would love a screenshot.
Oh my gosh. Where are you? Okay. All right. So just because I've already said Jurassic Park, I won't say it because it's still awesome.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's so tough. Okay. So I can't do best one, man. I'm sorry. I'll give you this. Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Minority Report.
Wow. Very, very interesting. We did an episode with Trisha actually about Jurassic Park just recently.
Of course.
So I was low-key hoping you would you would just say Jurassic Park and we would be done with it. Minority Report. Interesting. That is not on a lot of people's Spielberg trinities.
I think people forget that he did it.
They definitely do. It's like it's not whimsical and fun.
Yeah,
Spielberg?
No, it is not.
No, it is certainly not.
It is dark. I mean, he did Schindler's List though too. So
he did also do Schindler's List. That's true. But that movie is like like the kind of has this like angelic, beloved nature to it. Mm-hmm. Man, that man is wild. Steven Spielberg, and just did West Side Story, another great film.
The worst movie he made was Ready Player One.
100%.
Don't put that in the podcast.
Well, now I have to. If you were able to get one frame from this film printed and hung up in your home, which would it be and why?
I think I'm pretty sure it's the last 5 minutes of the movie. It is a bird's eye high angle shot of Brody out on the mast of the orca as it's going down. And he's aiming up his shot and the shark comes up at him from below.
I noticed you have a little thing behind you there. I don't think that's a frame from the film itself, but
no, it's not. It's a minimalist poster. This company makes these, and they have one for Jurassic Park too. That's terrifying. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and show people that I have a Jaws board game.
I was gonna ask if you own any memorabilia based on this movie.
I do. I have this. This
How
Jaws
do you
board
play
game.
that?
It is hard. It is so complicated. So basically,
well, that is fitting.
Basically, it's ideally for 4 people, and it's Brody, Hooper, Quint, and the shark.
Oh, that's great. That's
and
great.
And Brody, Hooper, and Quint work together to go against the shark. So one person's the shark. It's fun.
That's incredible. That's amazing. What like genre? Like strategy, basically?
Yeah, strategy game.
Got it. Is there any like die rolling or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's die rolling and cards and all this other stuff. It's wild. It's a lot of pieces.
Freaking awesome. I love that. And that knocks off that additional question. So there you go.
Well, there you go.
Is there a book, article, or other published work that you think would make for a good piece of further reading for Jaws? So they just finished Jaws and they're like, I want to learn more about this movie. Is there like something that a link you would send them?
I would say buy the DVD, buy the Blu-ray, and watch the special features on it, because there is a 2-hour making of documentary on Jaws. You know, it's made in 97, so it might not be as engaging as something made right now. However, it's an extremely insightful collection of interviews on what went into making the film, starting at how did the script get greenlit and who did they buy it from and all of this other stuff. That stuff is super fascinating to just learn. You know, everybody wants to learn how the biscuits get made. So, I mean, that's a good way to dive into that stuff. And then there's a small, English interview. That's where Spielberg talks about, I'll never film in the water again. And it's a behind the scenes. They're filming the scene where Brody and Hooper go out to investigate the sunken boat. It's a behind the scenes look at that, and it's filmed during the daytime, and it's really cool.
Ironically enough, Trisha also said to just watch the Jurassic Park behind the scenes.
I know it's kind of a cop out, but it
works. I thought you were going to say something like, "Yeah, the Marine Institute has a article about sharks you should read." Or
that's different. You asked me about this movie.
That's true, but I mean, that's what you did. That was your further reading. You kind of learned about the shark.
Watch Shark Week. Like,
yeah, all right.
I mean, there is a documentary that came out in 2007 called Shark Water. It investigates the global black market of the shark fin trade.
Wow.
It is extremely insightful. It's it's a heist documentary, honestly. And it goes into, these fishermen contracted out in Costa Rica to fin for shark fins, and then they shipped overseas to China and Japan. And it investigates, what happens when an apex predator gets taken down, that type of stuff. And it's very sad. And every time I watch it a lot. It's a really good documentary. Every time I watch, I got to watch something completely unrelated and fun. I think the last time I watched it, I watched Over the Hedge afterward. Like, I needed to
no sharks in that one.
No sharks in that one. I needed to bounce back with some positivity.
You could have watched Shark Tale.
I could have. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
Me neither, and I don't plan to anytime soon.
That and Nemo came out at the same time, so.
Yeah, well, you know how that all went down. Ants, Bugs Life, Nemo, Shark Tale, little awkward.
Yeah.
If you could have been a fly on the wall for one day of the entire process of creating this film, which includes pre-production, production, post-production, which would it have been and why?
Quint's death scene.
Ugh.
I want to further see how they did film that on the water. Because it looks, we know the shark is fake. It's mechanical, but like, it looks like Robert Shaw is getting
crushed,
ripped in half.
Yeah.
Because I just imagine they call cut and Robert Shaw just starts laughing with the fake blood in his mouth. Like, that's what I'm picturing, because it's stuff like this. It's like, when actors get to act out emotions that they aren't feeling, they're forcing themselves to act an emotion, then they usually relieve themselves by doing the opposite emotion. And so I want to see, I want to see how many takes it took. I want to see the guy operating Bruce. I want to see everybody in collection working on filming that scene.
Dude, that scene still horrifies me to this day.
Yeah.
Watching when he spits out the blood and you see you low-key see some of his guts when he's being chewed up.
You hear the sound, like the final crunch.
Like the crunch. And you watch just his body just go limp as he gets brought into the water.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the greatest death scenes in all of film, to be honest. It's incredible, incredible work. Is there somebody that you would like to share this film with that you haven't yet?
I would say someone younger. So if I ever have kids or if I ever get nieces and nephews or something, that. Or when my close friends have kids, like I would want to show them cool movies, and Jaws would be one of them. And I'd watch it with them. Wouldn't be like, hey, you're 8. Let's watch this movie.
Hey, recreate your own experience. It didn't end up being so bad.
We're going to the beach next week. Let's watch Jaws. No, just someone in early on in their film knowledge, both because of either age or if someone just doesn't watch that many movies or just hasn't seen this. I mean, it's dumb to say I want to show it to people who haven't seen it, but everybody I'm close with has seen this movie. So looking for an opportunity to share this with someone or share this with maybe a generation coming up in filmmaking would be really cool.
That's awesome. I love that answer.
Thank you.
If you had to pair this film with another film to make a double feature, no Spielberg films allowed, which would it be and in what order would they be programmed?
Actually, I can refer to a previous answer I had is I would actually pair this with that documentary Sharkwater. And I would show Sharkwater last to provide a real world perspective on what is happening to these creatures that live in our oceans and how important it is to know what's going on and how it affects all of us. Now, the movie I would pair it with would be Predator.
The movie. Predator. Yeah, that's a great pick.
It's all service level stuff. Like it's a group of people being hunted and hunting down this mysterious creature they know nothing about.
Yeah.
And I think that's as simple as that. And I think I would end it with Predator because I feel like that movie is more. Jaws is fun. I think Predator is more fun because
totally
it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you ever heard of the film Tremors?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen Tremors?
I've seen one of them. I don't know which one it was.
That's
there are many, dude. There's four.
I know. Oh, there's more than 4. No, I watched the first one for the first time during the pandemic. I said this also for the Jurassic Park episode because I struggle to think of movies of this kind of scale and size that are this imaginative and interesting. Mm-hmm. Besides for saying like Birdemic or something dumb like that. But Tremors is such a wonderful, fun horror piece, and I think it would go great with. If, in all honesty, it would probably go better with Jaws than Jurassic Park because the sensibilities of Tremors and Jaws are a bit more similar.
The monster
than
underneath.
Jurassic Park. Yes, the monster underneath.
I would pair Jurassic Park with The Birds.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I do like The Birds a lot. That's a horrifying film too. This is a fun one. In the Taylor D. Adams Film Festival, alongside Jaws, which additional 3 films are programmed and in what order? This is a day-long festival.
Okay. So 3. So I'm going to go with
slot, a 3 slot, a 6 slot, and a 9 slot, and maybe a midnight slot.
I got you. I'm going to go with what's on my letterbox right now is my top 4.
Love it.
The movies it'll be Jaws, obviously, The Mummy after that, then Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh, love it.
And then we would finish the night with Sideways.
Love it. That's such a crazy pairing of movies. I feel like you'd think Sideways would be like a reprieve, except it maybe wouldn't. I'm not sure.
The common thread for me is that if you watch like Jaws, The Mummy, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Sideways, the relationships get deeper between individuals.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of track that.
I love that. That's actually there you go, man. That's a film that's a day at a film festival if I've ever heard it. Do you have a favorite musical moment in this film, whether that be a piece of score or like a song that they play at some point during the film? Is there and I mean, obviously we know that the Williams score. Is there a moment in particular, a musical moment that really strikes you?
I said this earlier, but the very start of this movie. It's a cop out to go with the theme, but it's like that theme who John Williams composed for Steven Spielberg, and Steven Spielberg thought it was a joke. He played those two notes, and Steven Spielberg was like, "Are you serious?" And then John Williams said, "No." And then Spielberg was like, "Oh, okay." And then like got into like he sat with it for about a week and was like, "Oh, I get it now."
Well, yeah, and then when you hear like then it makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the moment where they're sailing. Like there's a shot where like you see all three of them on the boat and it's like sailing to try to get the shark, and there's just this really soaring like
the triumphant music they use, yeah.
People don't like, I don't think people give this score the credit in the sense that it's just as like triumphant and whimsical as any other John Williams score. The score when the shark is killed, and it's kind of like this like sort of like lighter fare where Hooper and Brody meet up again after everything happened. It could fit in any other Williams movie, literally any other. Have you seen that video? The John Williams is the man. It's this acapella arrangement of all of these iconic John Williams themes, but it's like the guy adds lyrics to all of the songs. Yeah, and they all the lyrics are Star Wars themed because it was coming out right before Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
when he made this video. So even like the Superman and Close Encounters and all these themes, he adds Star Wars lyrics. So for Close Encounters, he does "You must use the Force," and it just like it just like keeps building on top of one another. And for Jaws, he goes Wookie. Wookie. And then to get it farther, he goes, "Someone move this walking carpet. Someone move." And then for the hordes, he goes, "You don't know anything about women." It's like the funniest thing. I have to share you. I have to send the link to that. That is a major throwback, by the way. That video is certainly over 10 years old.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, this is a fun last one. In Jaws Monopoly, which are the 6 playable tokens?
The orca.
Nice.
The air tank.
The air tank. Good one.
I'd probably go with it's close to the air tank, but I feel like you can make the barrel look like a separate thing.
The barrel, yeah. Well, it should be like 2 barrels together.
Yeah. 2 or 3 strung together.
Yeah.
Is it a cop out to have the shark as a piece?
No.
Okay.
I would be upset if a Monopoly version of this game did not include Bruce as a piece. What the heck?
Yeah, definitely Bruce then. That's the last one.
Well, there's 6.
There's 6?
You get 6 tokens.
I haven't played Monopoly in a long time. Dude, I don't know.
I'll save you. I would do the raft, the deflated raft after Matt Kidner is killed.
Okay.
That would be the other one. And then the teeth. You know the shot where you look through the teeth when the boat is sailing away? I would do like that model of the teeth, which is also the cover of the vinyl, the recent vinyl of the soundtrack.
Oh, very cool. I think I would probably have the dock, the half dock that floats.
Half dock.
The half
holiday
dock
roast.
The holiday roast. The holiday roast might be funny too. And yeah, I don't know. I think there's and actually this is kind of dumb. If you can pull it off, a cracker. because Quint is always eating crackers.
He is always eating crackers. Now I'm just going to let's just choose the beat up radio. Quint is just.
But it's just like, it's such a random,
I know.
It's such a random thing for him to do because you could just say chalkboard or whatever. Like, you just
100%.
pick anything.
I also feel like Brody needs to be a token. Like, there does need to be a Brody.
I was actually thinking a badge. A badge could be.
A badge.
Him. Yeah.
That's actually a really good. That's a great idea. That's the end of the bonus round. Taylor D. Adams, thank you for being here. Thanks for being on the show. Cut. Boom. Perfect.
Ship it off. Put it in the can.
So, listener, what movie would you pair with Jaws to make a double feature? What's your favorite moment in John Williams' impeccable score? And when are we going to get in a few rounds of Jaws the board game? I call Brody. All right? I want to hear the answers to all of these questions and more in the My Favorite Movie Is Discord community. We are a group of passionate, positive movie lovers, and this Discord server is a place for us to come and talk and watch movies together. We did a Jaws watch party last week with Taylor as our guest of honor, and this upcoming Saturday, August 20th, we will be inviting our next guest on the show, Alex Queiroz, senior video editor at BioWare and co-host of Beyond the Screenplay, into our community to watch his movie of choice, Children of Men. Come watch Alfonso Cuarón's sci-fi masterpiece with me, Alex, and our entire community before our episode on the film drops next week. All you have to do is click on the link in the show notes and follow Discord's simple instructions. Even if you've never used Discord before, even if you've never even heard of Discord before now, it's incredibly easy to join our server. It only takes you minutes to sign up. So what are you waiting for? Click on the link in the show notes and join us and watch and talk movies with us every day at the My Favorite Movie Is Discord community. We'll see you there. My Favorite Movie Is a Larry Freed Presents production. The show is created by and is currently hosted and produced by me, Larry Freed, and this episode was edited by Fernando Queiroz. Our graphic designer is Monica Sarmiento, our motion graphics designer is Elton Greenfield, and our theme song, Now and Then, as well as all original music featured on this episode, was composed and performed by Matt Gorduke. A special thanks to Taylor for being an incredible guest and for being so generous with his time. And another special thanks to our patrons: Charles, Keith, Mo, Tony, Sean, Taylor, yes, this Taylor, and Daniel. You guys are the reason that this show keeps on chugging even after an extended hiatus. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been your host, Larry Freed. Thank you so much for listening to My Favorite Movie Is.